Hello, Church School families. This is the last Sunday before Pentecost, and today we are going to continue our Godly Plays series titled Knowing Jesus in a New Way. Let's begin. In the beginning, we remembered how Jesus was made known through his absence in the empty tomb. We remembered how Jesus was made known to his disciples in the breaking of the bread. We remembered how Jesus was made known to the disciples even in their doubt. And last week, we remembered how Jesus was made known in ordinary things, like eating breakfast. Today, we remember how Jesus gathered together in Galilee with the disciples. They gathered at the mountain. It was so good to see Jesus in this new way, but they wondered what they were supposed to do now. Jesus was talking. What did he say? All authority on heaven and on earth has been granted to me. What was he talking about? Then he said something that they did understand, but they didn't want to hear. He said, "Go everywhere. Tell my story, even this part, to everyone. Go tell them the story so that they can become a part of it. Baptize them in the name of the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit." The disciples were dismayed. It was too much. It was too far to travel. It was too much to do. And then they heard him say, "I am with you always, even to the end of the age." And then he was gone. What did he mean? The disciples walked back to Jerusalem, and they realized that they had been followers, but now they were to become leaders. They had been sheep, but now they were to become shepherds. Back in Jerusalem, the disciples gathered again together in their room, and this time Jesus was with them. They were more comfortable now with Jesus in this new way, so they asked him many questions. Some of those questions were foolish, like, "Lord, when will you restore the kingdom of Israel?" But Jesus cut short that kind of talk. He said, "It's not for you to know the times and the seasons." Jesus led the disciples out of the room, through the streets of Jerusalem, outside of the city walls to a hill near Bethany. And there Jesus stopped and gathered the disciples around him. He lifted up his hands and looked at each one of them and blessed them. And then he withdrew, and a cloud took him out of sight. The disciples stood there looking up into the sky, and then they heard someone ask them, "Why are you looking into the sky?" And they turned and saw two men in all white, and they felt silly. What were they doing looking up into the sky at what they could no longer see? The strangers answered the question for them. This was Jesus, but he is gone now, as you have known him. The disciples felt a great weight lifted from their shoulders. They went back to Jerusalem. Now they had to wait. What was this Holy Spirit that Jesus said would be coming? How would they know it when it came? They waited and they waited, and while they waited, they chose another disciple to replace Judas. God helped them choose Matthias, and then they were 12 again. But still they waited, How long would they have to wait for the Holy Spirit? This week, God told us how to invite others into the story to make it real. I wonder if any one of you have invited others into your story, and by doing that made it more real. I wonder if you waited for the Holy Spirit before. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I look forward to seeing you at some of our outdoor services. We'll be having summer Sundays, and I hope to get a chance to play with you on the playground. See you soon. Bye.